Thanks, Chris. For the record, we don't take bribes at ERA, and that's something I never thought I'd have to say on stage. Sorry. You know, so moving on. Forgetting who's next here. The companies are more with information. So the next company is nothing but not timely. With all the talk of politics in the news, I think you'll see why we say that. For all you donors out there in the audience, you can thank us later.
Red states, blue states, none of that matters. To these guys, it's all about green. Introducing Angelpolitics.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Jesse Sandoval. I am co-founder and chief political scientist at Angelpolitics. And this morning, we are revolutionizing political fundraising. So let's get right to it. We are big data fundraising and analytics platform for political candidates. Big data fundraising, analytics platform. Let me take a step back and explain why this matters. There's big money in politics. This year, President Barack Obama has fundraised $395 million. Governor Mitt Romney, well, he's raised $325 million. U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, state of New York, she's raised $14 million. And when you get down to the state level, well, we got Tom Duane, he represents the 29th district, this very district. He's raised $400,000. And at the city level, municipal level, we got Ken Bawaraj. He's running for New York City Council. He's raised $119,000. We got a lot of candidates raising a lot of money. But how many? Well, the good news for us is that there's 87,000 candidates, and they're running every year. Not every 4 years, every year. And so, we look at all that data, we plot it out, and we say, what is the average fundraising? So it turns out the average fundraising is $214,000. So we looked at all the data points within 2 standard deviations of the mean, and we said, that's our target market. That's where we want to be, that's the audience we want to service. But where do we get our data points? Well, we've worked on campaigns. So we know firsthand what it's like to do political fundraising. My co-founder, Ricardo, he was the Chief Information Officer for the mayoral race in Providence, Rhode Island. And I've been fundraising chair on 2 congressional campaigns out in California. I also graduated from Stanford, and I've been building products for the past 5 years. Now, we know money matters to politicians. And the one thing they'll never tell you, because it'll break your heart, is that 95% of the time, the candidate that raises the most money will win the election. Think about that. So what do? Well, they're out fundraising like crazy. They are working on spreadsheets, they are knocking on doors. These guys, they are cold calling your home number because they can't call your cell. They are sending mailers. I mean, mailers in the 21st century, they're using social media, but what's the problem with Facebook? The problem is you cannot convert a like into a contribution on Facebook. So, I can tell you how hard it is to fundraise, but I have not run for office. The best thing to do is to listen to a candidate who's running for office now. And that's precisely what we're going to do. We're going to listen to Ken, who's running for office, New York City Council.
I'm running for New York City Council on the Upper West Side, the 6th District. Right off the bat, the first thing you have to do is really focus on fundraising. You have to raise as much money as fast as possible. It is very time-consuming on candidates, and it is very difficult to kind of get out there to find people who are willing to help support campaigns. So many candidates I talk to are sitting there 4 hours a day and you're just on the phone calling people. We look at every opportunity to raise money as an opportunity to engage and involve more people in our campaign. It's just so essential to use technology to maximize your reach and to touch as many people as possible. If someone's willing to give you $10 in the campaign, then they're more likely to open your emails, tell a friend about your race, and ideally vote for you on election day. The faster you finish your fundraising, the faster you can focus on issues at hand.
So we listen to Ken, and we listen to the 87,000 other candidates who are running for office, and that's why we built Angelpolitics. Angelpolitics makes political fundraising easy and smart. So how do we do this? Easy and smart. So how do we do this? Well, we start by crunching big data. We've aggregated 55,000 records of candidates across America. We've augmented that data. We've also aggregated 10 million donor records. That's anyone who's ever made a contribution in excess of $200. We've taken that data, augmented it. That gives us over 20 billion data points to draw intelligence from. 20 billion data points. So we take all that data and we repackage it into a simple, elegant solution for candidates. Angelpolitics makes it easy for any candidate out there to activate their profile and to get matched with thousands of donors who are likely to contribute to their campaign. This is turnkey fundraising on day one. And we don't stop there. We tell them who to go after and what amounts, and we give them the analytics to better manage the fundraising experience. So what Trulia did for the real estate sellers and buyers, Angelpolitics is doing for political candidates and donors. And you're probably wondering, Jess, you have me at big data, but what's the market size here? Well, it's $10 billion, and it's $10 billion that's getting fundraised every year. Every year. And here's the best part. Right now, 40% of pledges going to candidates are not being collected. That is 40 cents of every dollar is being lost. It's not being converted. We help candidates turn that into 100% conversion. Okay? So, here's the most interesting part now. I said there were 10 million donor records that we've aggregated and we've augmented. But if you're like me, you probably started making contributions in $20 and $40 increments to candidates. Well, the good news is that there's 20 million other Americans out there who make contributions in those small amounts, and we help aggregate all that data. We are creating profiles for all those people who are engaged in the process. Our business model, we have a SaaS fee plus a transaction of every percentage off every transaction on the platform. And today, I'm proud to announce that we are working with 25 candidates from California, Oregon, Washington, New Jersey, New York, and by 2014, we expect to be working with candidates in all 50 states. Now, I'm going to get real deep here. We are building America's political genome, okay? This is a big deal. Fundraising will never be the same after us. So if you believe in the importance of this mission, then I need you to participate in our seed round. We are raising $500,000. That money will go to build out our mobile platform, and it will go out to service our customers. I'd like to conclude with one of my favorite quotes. It says, politics is big business. Well, at Angelpolitics, we think beyond that. We think that when you can match the right kind of donor out there with the right candidate, then Angelpolitics, that's big business. All right, you can reach us at founders@Angelpolitics. It's been a pleasure to present this innovation to you. Thank you very much.